Mr. Speaker. Hello. Hello.
Can you sing? Can you dance? Can you act? All right. Mr. David Jones.
Hello, guys. What do you got to do to make it talk?
No, it was on.
Hello. My name is Edward David Jones. I'm an activist for water
I
conservation.
think what you did turned it off, but it was working before. It was when you very first started talking. There you go.
Hello.
There you go.
My name is Edward David Jones. I'm an activist for water conservation. And when I grow up, I want to be an environmentalist. I talk about issues that are important to all creatures on earth. Your dog needs water, everybody needs water. I started a foundation called OMTsystem.org, nonprofit. I also started an organization called the Aftermeal Inc. I own 100% stock in that company. My nonprofit is OMT. OMT stands for One Man's Trash, Other Man's Treasure. I aim to commercialize waste. The United States, the GDP, the waste that the United States puts out is more valuable than most third world countries. We recycle only 10% of our waste that we throw away. I wrote a book. The book is called The Aftermeal. The Aftermeal concerns all of the leftover things that we throw away. The plastic fork, straws, the cups, even that cup full of ice has value today. We're in a drought situation. I wrote the book and I also invented a product. The product, I'm calling it the water wheel. It's a water reclamation canister. It aims at recycling wastewater, gray water. There are 50 shades of gray. Look at your table. Once you get up from this restaurant, you leave your table, there's about 10 pounds of water on everybody's table. What happens to that water? Fresh gray water. Why can't we pee in that water? I have a machine that separates ice from anything you drink, tea, coffee, milk. It channels that ice into one chamber where it is melted, filtered, removing all the fiber. We chlorinate that water, pump it to a holding tank where you can use it to urinate or lawn care. Whose bright idea was it to pee in fresh water? Those days are behind us. So, with that thinking, with that capacity, reduce, reuse, and recycle, my product, I can recycle everything. I recycle water, we recycle the straws, the forks, the cups, at the point of creation. We don't let it get out into the environment. It'll cost you, that little straw doesn't cost you a penny, but a 55 barrel full of them is going to cost you a tremendous amount of money to get them out of your environment. Humans, we have an unfettered access to water. We think it's ours. Water is a universal solvent. It's the lifeblood of Mother Earth. Every creature needs some of it. So, it has been a lifelong journey of mine. I started this product out 30 years ago. I invented a machine called the water monitoring system. I've been twinkering and tinkering with that machine until I accidentally turned it into the machine that I have today. I call it the water wheel. It actually can, when you get up, you're gonna leave that water here, you're gonna walk away, you're gonna leave a $20 tip. The waitress just has to come and get that water and throw it somewhere, and throw it into a zinc somewhere, a drain somewhere. What if you had a machine that accepts potable water? What if you had a machine that when you walk out of the restaurant at McDonald's, you take that tray, you throw everything in there. You're combining all of these elements, and you're throwing water on top of it. You got animal waste, vegetable waste, tissues. One ice cube weighs a gram. A 16-ounce cup is from my college days. I remember that pound, 16 ounces. So now, every time we humans eat, we're gonna throw away a half a pound of fresh water, ice, fresh water. We throw it away in that cup. When it goes into that black liner bag, it mixes with everything in there.
You only got a minute left.
It causes
About the water well.
what I call garbage acid rain. The same phenomenon as smoke going into the air, mixing with the pollution up there, falling down to the earth is poison. The same thing happens in our black liner bags. Everything that goes into the black liner bag goes directly into our environment. It is poisonous, autism, it's cancers. Where do you think that's coming from? It's coming from our environment. We're poisoning our own self. We're being taught to create garbage by combining all of these elements in the same bag. It's time to put it into that. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, liquids to liquids. This is a must. Our bodies are 75% liquid, and we must have a medium to collect liquid waste properly in order to stop destroying the world. Global climate change or man-made, it's us. We're poisoning ourselves. Anyway, I'm running out of time.
About a minute over here, Dick.
I got more.
So you did a really good job on the problem. Like, we all get the problem. Like, you had us like 30, 60 seconds in. At about 2.5 minutes in, you still did a pretty good job because you announced the water whale and, you know, the solution, right? So you've really piqued our curiosity, because if you've solved the water problem, you should be the richest man in the world, right? If you solved that, right? So at about 2.5 minutes, you'd done that. So I was so ready just to hear about proof of concept that the water whale works and where it's working at and how much water it's saving and how much money it's saving by the water it's saving. I was just so ready. I was so ready. And some of the judges know that I know you, so they're leaning over going, "What's the water whale?" Like, so they're interested. They're interested. You got them. Hook, line, sinker. No pun intended. So we just needed that. So we can't run out of time on that. So now I have a feeling a few people are going to ask you some questions about the water whale.
Please.
Okay. Well, you're only going to have time for a couple. We'll let Simon go here in a second. I mean, Axel. Go ahead.
By the way,
No, yeah, it's just kind of going in and out.
Oh.
now it's working. Okay, I can also speak up. One of my favorite exercises. By the way, when he refers to me as Simon Cowley, he read my pitch then. I have a TV show in which I bill myself among the judges as the pitch competition Simon's Cowley.
That's usually my job, but you're doing it so well, I just had to let you run it. Go ahead, you got the accent.
I also defend myself. I do have emotions. I fully engage into your presentation. However, I asked him halfway through, what is he actually pitching? 2 non-profit organizations? Or does he have a commercial company with this water wheel? Is it idea stage? Do you have proof of concept? And then, oh God forbid, let me ask, how much money do you need to actually make that a reality? None of this was actually for a conventional pitch brought across. So you were pitching your ambition to change the world, but you were not pitching to an investor audience that might want to give you money. That's my
Yeah, I haven't gotten to that part yet, but I just wanted to convince you. I know that's the most important part, but this has been a personal goal. I've been 32 years on this product. And
Hey, wait, stop, you're still doing the same thing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no, but you're doing it, but
Yeah.
that's what we need to know.
So, are you living in LA?
I live in Modesto, California, sir.
How far is that away?
Sacramento.
Modesto is 5 hours.
We can do
6
we
hours.
can do Zoom sessions in worst case
Yes, sir.
scenario. I'm more than happy to help you to stream out the thought in the concise way. 5 minutes, I can pitch your company already this moment
Me too.
for 5 minutes. So I help you to get there.
Yes, sir. Every
Any
restaurant.
other direct questions? Go
Well,
ahead. Yeah.
just one other point to make is just looking at your application and what you're pitching. we talked about, it's not only about the money, it's about who you know. Most of my clients are actually entirely in the hospitality industry. So as soon as I saw, you know, fast food, that's not just fast food, that's hospitals, that's everything. So this is a huge way, but you've got to explain to me what the like, how does that work? So that if I were to have, you know, an Aramark or Sodexo or any of those big non-commercial type of feeders, they would be all over something like this, because now they can use it also as a marketing tool of what they're doing to help save the environment, and you're their hero. So I would really love to understand that, because I have the contacts that could get you meetings.
Yes.
So that's, you know, and to add on to what these folks are also saying.
Can I get 5
Good
more
job.
minutes? Yes, sir.
Agree with everything amazingly said. The thing I want to touch on a little different is what you want to convey to us versus what we need to hear and what we need in order to take action. And like he's doing it right now. And so it's like listening to the feedback of the room. Literally, David got up and said, "You have 2 minutes." And you went right back to the old pattern, which we're with you. The heart, the passion, the cause. But it seems like you're not integrating the feedback of what we need from you so that we can support you to get to the vision. So being a better listener and tuning into what we need, not what you just want to tell us.
And one last comment which you didn't touch upon is competition.
There
When
is
I walk down Playa Vista, I see all the signs. Playa Vista is water. The water, the plants is done with wastewater. All over the Caribbean, it's done with wastewater. So now you have a competition, clearly. The question now arises, why are you better? Why are you different? And why do you deserve a place in the market?
Can I answer?
Quickly.
I am the best in the market because of the design of the machine. I've seen the competition for this type of a product in San Francisco, and no one has the design.
Isn't it true that you actually have this patented?
I have a patent on the machine. I'm
That
working
would
on a
have been a
second
good thing to
patent.
say.
I have a demo. The demo is thewaterwheel.com. Okay. One word, thewaterwheel.com. Don't go to waterwheel.com. That's a lawyer's office. Thewaterwheel.com.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. Big round of applause.
All right, one more time for Mr. Jones. All right, the next competitor is the one, the only, Mr. Tony Rayner. Please put your hands together for Tony, please.